Well, I'm gonna put this outside. That thing will be going on.
Yes.
Wait a minute. All right, good morning. Welcome to Tyler County Commissioners Court. Madam Clerk, we have a quorum here. Has everything been posted according to
Yes,
the
sir.
laws? All right. We'd like to acknowledge all of our guests. Thank you for being a part of Commissioners Court today. Here in a second, we do have some public comments, but before we go into public comments, it's the practice of this court exercising the governing body to exercise the invocation in the Pledge of Allegiance. Anyone present who's uncomfortable with this practice, you may step out in the hall or pause it on the internet there. All right, Judge Joe, would you lead us in prayer?
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for the day. We thank you for your blessings and your mercy you give us. Lord, we ask that you give us the wisdom and the knowledge to go through these meetings, do what is to the best of the county, best of the state, and best of the nation. Lord, we ask that you give all of us traveling grace as we head back to our place of employment or our homes. Please ask that you forgive us away fails in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
To the American flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, our public comments. All right, Mr. Bill Hall.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Come on up. Do you have your packet? Do you have your time? 5 minutes. All right.
Let me find it.
Once she gets her time.
Okay, it's ready.
All right, Mr. Hall, you may begin.
Thank you. Several of us are here to discuss the airport lot lease agreements to be signed. We've discussed with Mike Marshall, and those lots have been more or less assigned to everyone. And last Commissioner's Court, the discussion came forward to raise the lease rate from 9 cents to 25 cents per square foot. Fine. And the comparable was the Jasper Airport. They charge 25 cents. We don't do the same. That's fine. However, I'm presently renting a hangar in Jasper. There was none available here when I needed one. I'm renting there, and there are lots available at that airport that I can lease. It's 25 cents per foot as well, as we're talking. The difference is this: you have utilities there to that lot. Now, that airport is further along and more developed, et cetera, I know, but we're very interested in growing Woodville and the economic future of Woodville. So we who are wanting to lease and build a hangar and invest the money in building a hangar need utilities to the hangar. At 77, I'm too old to try to lift a big door. So I've got to have electricity to lift the door, run my compressor to air my tires, etc. So my question is, how quickly do you anticipate having the utilities to those lots that we're seeking to lease?
Bill, there's electricity already out there. I mean, the county don't pay for the electricity for the hangars and stuff.
Oh, no.
You would have to get that yourself, but there is electricity, there's water. The only thing we're lacking is the sewer, city sewer, and we're working on that. But-
Okay,
And then back to the 9 cents, how did y'all figure that? Because what I did was broke down what people have been paying for the last 20-something years on those 30 by 40 hangars, and broke that down into, so I could, if somebody wanted to build a bigger hangar, we could do it for the same exact price of what people have already been paying for those other hangars, which was 25 cents, it wasn't 9 cents. A 30 by 40 hangar is 1,200 square feet, was $300 a year. That's 25 cents a square foot. So I don't really know where the 9 cents comes in at.
I don't either.
It's 25 cents, because that's where I came up with that. I went back to those hangars that we originally had and broke it down by the square foot, so I would know how we could do a bigger hangar with the square foot and be the same price. That's where I'm, that's what I don't understand.
The new lease mentions a square foot price.
Right.
The old lease was a flat $300 a year.
For a 30 by 40, but people are wanting to build 50 by 50s, 40 by 60s, twice as big a hangars as what we had, so, that's where I come up with having to do it.
All I'm asking is how quickly will I have electricity so that I can,
We
That's
can't,
electricity's there, it's not to the lot.
Right, that's up to Chico, you and Chico. I mean, if you want to get electricity to the lot, then, that's not the county's responsibility. I mean, I'll be glad to help any way I can to get that done, but, the county's not gonna pay for the access to the electricity.
Okay.
We'll discuss it, we'll figure out a way to make it work.
and Mr. Hall, I'd like to say, as far as the sewer, we are working on that and trying to get that extended to the airport as well, because we feel that it is a wonderful economic boost to Tyler County if we can extend the airport and get this thing going. We are working very diligently to get that done, okay? Yes, sir. If there's any other public comments, Madam Clerk?
No, so that's all.
All right. Well, we will move to item number 2, the table items from the previous meeting. We have item number A and B, agreement between Tyler County Precinct 2 and Chester ISD. Agreement between Tyler County Precinct 2 and the city of Chester. Commissioner Hughes?
I'm gonna make a motion to table. They haven't met yet with the city of Chester met. They tabled it.
Okay.
And the school board hasn't met yet to get it approved through them. Continue to table it.
There's a motion and there's a second. Any discussion? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right. Item number 2C, purchase of plat file for the county clerk's office out of county records management. Madam Clerk, do you have that?
I do, we are completely out of, sorry, 5 minutes, you said.
You had plenty of time left.
Yeah. We're completely out of room in our plats because we've had several, file in the last year or so. And, so a new plat cabinet is $4,000. So I'd like to maybe get approval for, maximum of 5, because I'm sure there's going to be shipping and handling and all that sort of stuff.
I need a motion to take it off the table.
So moved.
There's a motion. There's a second. All in favor say aye. All right. And I need a motion to purchase that plat file in the county clerk's office for up to $5,000.
So moved. Second.
There's a second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same sign.
Do you want to just get one? Is that what the motion was?
Yes, sir.
That's all you need?
That's just one, that's just one cabinet.
And it's up to 5,000, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, item number 2D, the purchase of shelving for express votes out of the county records management.
I asked that to remain tabled. We've got to find, ones we've had several years old, and haven't been able to find anymore.
Move to leave it on the tabled items.
There's a motion. Second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. All right. Item number 3A, the minutes from previous meeting 05/22/23. Need a motion to accept the minutes.
So,
Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. All right. Our monthly reports, we have a probation or clerk's report, our extension, report, our auditor's report, treasurer's report, and justice of the peace precinct 1 report. I need a motion to accept these reports.
Motion to accept.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right, item number 4A, the order of authorizing the sale of fireworks for the 4th of July beginning June 24th, 2023. Need a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, need a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. Whereas the Commissioners Court of Tyler County is authorized under Texas Local Government Code to issue or ordering allowing retail fireworks permit holders to sell fireworks to the public in the celebration of the 4th of July. Whereas on the 12th day of June, 2023, the Commissioners Court of Tyler County has determined the conditions are favorable to issue such an order. Now therefore, the Commissioners Court of Tyler County adopts the order authorizing the sale of fireworks to the public to retail permit holders during the 4th of July period beginning June 24th, 2023 and ending midnight July 3rd, 2023, subject to the following restrictions. And these restrictions are: this order expires on the date of the Texas Fire Service determines drought conditions exist in the county, or midnight July 4th, 2023. All right, we'll move to item number 5A, the budget amendment, line item transfers. Do we have any line item transfers? All right.
sir.
All right, item number B, accounts payable. Need a motion to pay county bill. Yeah, okay. All in favor say aye. The opposed say. All right, we're gonna move down to item M, where we can give the treasurer time to open up. It's opening and submitted, depository bids. Madam Treasurer, you want to speak on that?
I just need to open them for them. I can see.
Motion to open the bid.
Okay, there's a motion to open bid. Second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. All right. Neil. All right. Item number 5C is our recognition of Tyler County Historical Commission has earned the 2022 Distinguished Service Award. It says, Dear Judge Powers, we are pleased to announce the Tyler County Historical Commission has earned a Distinguished Service Award for the 2022 year of service. While all CHC efforts are valued, DSA acknowledges above average CHC performance based on a statewide analysis of CH annual reports. For 2022, our agency received 197 CH reports and approved 83. To honor appointee contributions, we ask that you acknowledge the award publicly as soon as possible. And today we want to acknowledge to our local historical commission in honor of receiving this award. We honor you and thank you here in Tyler County. Thank you for all y'all's hard work. All right, we have item number 5D, transfer of a 2005 Dodge pickup to Commissioner Precinct 2. Sheriff Weatherford, do you have anything on that?
Yes, Judge, in the police court, I also have, letter E on the, transfer there from, the 2014 Tahoe to one volunteer fire car. Please, the court, I can address both of those now.
You can go ahead and address
I'll make
it.
a motion to approve the transfer on the one. We need to do it
Yeah,
second.
well,
Oh, yeah, that's fine, go ahead.
well, item number D, there's a motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. All right, you can go ahead and speak on that one.
Yes, we've got a 2005 Dodge pickup there at the office that, we don't have a need for it this time, and I reached out to Commissioner Hughes to see if they had a need for it, and they do indeed have a need for it, so I would just like to be able to transfer that from my office to his, for the road and bridge.
So motion carried. All right, item number E, there's a motion. We did that one on D.
We didn't vote.
Yep. I thought we did. All in favor for item D? Aye. All right, there we go. Item number E,
Motion to approve.
there's a motion to approve. Second, all right, Sheriff?
And this is, to the Warren Volunteer Fire, we've done this in the past, this is a 2014 model, close to 10 years old now. It still has some life left in it. We've had some good results with the Danby Fire Department and also the Chester Volunteer Fire Department on helping us with traffic control issues as we go. Traffic is, with the speed now, we're seeing more accidents and things of that nature, and any type of assistance we can get with traffic control, but also this gives them the ability to carry some of their equipment, and there's a lot of good things going on down. The Warren Fire Department, they're seeing some increases in their manpower and things like that, so we just want to be able to assist them. That's why I'd like to see that through, to have them receive this topic.
I think it's a great thing. They don't have to come up with money for another vehicle. They're getting several years of life out of it.
Exactly. When we first started this program, we didn't know how much, but it was really with Dan B, it was kind of the experimental one, if you will, and we just seen a lot of assistance and positivity come through us. We just want to continue that at this point. Now, as these older, the ones that are starting to retire, those vehicles, they're in a little better condition, if you will, and when they have started looking at the possibility of wholesaling them out through gov deals, because we may start receiving more funds for those. But right now, it's just more beneficial to us to keep these in county.
Sheriff, y'all leave those outfitted with the lights and everything?
Yes, they have everything. We try to keep as much as we can for them. Some of these will have radios, some won't,
Yeah.
but still it still gives them the availability
Yeah.
with everything else they can make that happen.
Any more discussion? All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. All right. Item number F, open bids for fire extinguishers, fire detection, and fire suppression systems. Judge Sheldon,
No bids were received.
there's a motion.
Second.
Second, all right.
No bids were received.
No bids were received, okay? All right. All right. Item number G, award bid for, there are no bid. No awards. So we will move to item number H. Increase to officials' training and education line items to their budget. Education has gone up, and we have got a letter here to the Honorable Commissioners Court. I'm requesting a budget increase in training and education line item for each official. The department will give the exact amount and feel they need to finish the year. I have attached my request along with the documentation for each training that I would like my office to be able to attend. And this is from Miss Jackie Skinner. It says the pandemic has caused a price increase on everything. The registration fees have gone up, as well as hotels, due to the time they're required to shut down during the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm respectfully requesting that the increases be granted and they be amended from 010-401-42178, which is contingency for miscellaneous. And this is respectfully submitted by our county auditor, Miss Jackie Skinner. Motion to approve. Second.
What are we talking about?
As we going down through here,
The every department or?
Can I explain mine, Judge?
yes,
So I guess I misread the email. And I don't need an increase. The election law seminar
okay,
for my employees is usually taken out of the election line item. And as long as we keep doing that, I won't need an increase. I just put down everything that
Okay,
those seminars we had coming up.
okay. And I know everyone, if you can go back on your list, you can see where each department has, already reached their complete item budget.
I saw what, Jackie's office submitted and Donnie's, did you submit one?
I did it was last night.
Yeah, and then everyone else is, I do have a copy of this, to give to everyone. I can't. Yeah, well, that's the clerk's office.
Yeah.
And there's one that's,
But I don't need it.
offered to each and every one, that is below their amount, which,
Are we gonna do a set amount or?
yeah, we're gonna do a set amount per department. And, that department would, if it is below or in need of funds, we would go up on in each department. You wanna take a look at these?
Should we make copies?
Yes, if
Yes,
you
you
do.
don't want-
Judge, do I need to bring mine? Do
Yeah.
I need to bring mine?
Hey, it's a possibility. Just be sure that we get it turned in where we have it in
I see.
in the department and
I didn't
stuff
leave out because I went to that.
to be added. I have, JP ones, we have, myself, we have, the county clerks, we have several others as well that has turned in ones for training and education. If you look at your line items on training and education, there was a printout that showed that where the cost of increase had went up in so many different ones, and Miss Jackie had printed hers out to show the difference of what it costs for a hotel now and what it had cost, and, you know, even last year at this time, it is, tremendously went up. I can vouch for that, it is very high.
And this is something that is required.
It's required by the state.
And that's what I was gonna get at is, you
Yeah.
know,
It's
I'm good with doing the required.
required, so
You know,
yes. Well,
uh,
then, that's what it is, it's required, just like I'm required to go to more school in my first year of office. as
Yeah,
county
yeah,
judge.
and it's understandable.
And that's part of what we have to do. And there's certain requirements that Madam Treasurer has to make each and every year, and the auditor's office, because they have to keep up each and every one of their certificates.
And our staff,
Ma'am,
and our staff.
yes, ma'am. And the county clerk's office as well, they have to keep theirs up with elections and different things that they have to do. We,
We want to dig into this a little more.
no, well, that's up to y'all, there's been a motion and a second for each department, and we can, move forward with it.
Don H., you think we need to read these and just attach this to the record or read them into?
We'll put these attachments.
Did I hear you? Yeah, I'm gonna attach.
Yeah,
it.
we'll attach all the budget, items to it. All right. Everyone have a chance to review and look through.
Yeah, you know, mine, y'all can mark off, scratch through mine.
Okay.
Fortunately, the state reimburses me for a lot of our training.
Everyone had a chance?
Well, I'm kind of like Joe. I think if it's required, then it's fine, but I don't think they should be just going on
Yeah.
frivolous trips just for the fun of it, which I don't figure anybody wants to go to one of those conferences.
No,
Just the fun
you
of it.
definitely don't wanna go on one of
There's
these.
nothing fun about most of it. Repetitive.
But, and we do have, you know,
We have,
I hate to be a stick in the mud, but we have documentation backing up that they.
we have documentation backing up everything. Well, everyone review? All right. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, say. All right. No, not that. All right. Item number I, modified interlocal, cooperation agreement and contract for the Burke Center. Ma'am? Would you introduce yourself for the court, please?
I'm Melanie Taylor, and I'm the CEO of Burke Center, and I gave each of you a folder here. And, I want to give you a little background because we probably weren't around in 1974 when we were created. But basically, you guys created us in 1974. We are a unit of local government. Burke is the local mental health and mental retardation authority in Deep East Texas, and we cover the 12 counties in East Texas, about 10,000 square miles. And so in your folder is just a little bit of information about us, but through state legislation, there was funding that if the counties decided they wanted to participate and be part of a local mental health authority, they could create their own, and that's what you guys did along with the other counties in our area. And so this is just, in your folder, just a little synopsis of Burke as a whole. We serve about 18,000 clients a year. We cover about 10,000 square miles. We have about 60 facilities in our catchment area. And one of the things I want to talk to you about that's in the folder is we're going to be building a facility here in Tyler County. We've been renting this space from the hospital for the last, I don't know how long, for quite a while to provide the services here. And, but we've got a little bit larger and we want to be open a few more days. So we have what is a separate nonprofit called East Texas Behavioral Health Resources. And they are just strictly created a nonprofit to buy and manage our property. And so there you'll see Burke Center's name on the deed, but it will be East Texas Behavioral Resources. They bought a piece of land, and in your folder on 609 West Bluff, which is kind of out here going towards the hospital on the left. And this is kind of a preliminary sketch on the bottom of the building. It's going to look like the ATBR has contracted with Scott Strong, which some of you may be familiar with the schools and stuff. And they're working on drawing up some plans for a small building here. And then we'll be, trying to get bids and finding somebody that can build it. That seems to be a challenge these days, because we're looking for shortages. But anyway, we're excited to be able to finally get a facility here that's going to be open, and we'll be open 5 days a week. We won't see patients every day, but we'll have the availability by to the telemedicine to be able to take care of different things. And so anyways, what I'm really here to talk about is our interlocal agreement. When you created us in 74, we did an interlocal agreement between all the counties saying, this is what we're doing. And we haven't revised this since 2000. That's how long it's been. And so what this document is a revision of that interlocal agreement. And you may have heard that, Jasper County has left the East Texas Council of Governments and gone to Southeast Texas. They've got, with redistricting, they've got, their representative is out of the Beaumont region. So they've moved all of that already, and now they're moving their mental health services and all those services also down to Beaumont on September 1. So we're working with them to make that an effective transition. So this interlocal agreement removes Jasper County. So Jasper County shared a representative. You guys appoint a representative, which is Sandra Williams, to serve on our board to represent you in your need. And Jasper shared a representative with Newton County. So that kind of leaves Newton County needing to share with somebody, and they want to share with you guys. They feel like that you represent their county a little bit more than some of the other counties. And we are going to be putting the facility also in Newton County. We can find something. And so since they'll be open a few days, this will be seeing the patients a few days. We're going to probably do a lot of shared staff. So, if you agree, they've already agreed to share. If you guys agree, then that's what's in this interlocal is that agreement too that you would share with Newton. And Sandra's agreed to work with Newton, and I've already talked to Judge Power, so just, that's kind of that. On the back of this sheet though, I wanted to draw your attention because you see this every year in your budget. It is a match, it's a line item, and when you created us, part of the agreement to draw down state dollars, and you're aware of this, on other things that you have to do, is, we have match requirements. So you do an 8% match for just the community services, and then a 25% match on our mental health emergency center. So that's what that line item is in your budget every year, and that allows us to draw down quite a whole lot of state dollars in order to, to do the services that we do. Any questions?
Any questions?
May I ask a question, Judge?
Yes, ma'am.
Will y'all also see children at this?
We do,
clinic?
yes, we will see children.
More than, every day?
Not every day, we will see basically what we're doing now, but we will hopefully will increase another day. We already do see children in our county,
But they're small, right?
children, and, but yes, we will see children.
Didn't you say 2 days here and then 2
It'll
days?
probably be 2.5 days, we're not exactly sure, but having this facility will allow us to really assess the needs and figure out what we need to do.
So can I ask? Well, so our people would be able to go here for intake rather than having to drive to other counties?
Yes.
That's actually was I'm not one of the justices that he's here, we have 2 of us in here, so we do a lot of mental warrants. And it'd be good because, our officers have to, they're busy with things.
Yeah, and, this clinic is really an outpatient clinic.
Yes.
And about 80% of the people we serve are not in a crisis situation like we're talking about. And that's really what the state funds us to do is to try to keep them from getting in crisis. But we realize those 20% that are in crisis are the people you guys all deal with. Law enforcement deal with them, the ER deals with them. That's the one that the deputies and everybody is dealing with it. So even though it's only 20% of what we serve, it can seem like it certainly takes up all the oxygen in the room very easily. And so yes, we will always have 24/7 assessments to be able to do that. We're working on a lot of things with the sheriffs and them to be able to actually do assessments right there in the police car. So maybe they would drive here and there and do some things like that. So we're trying to really use technology to help get to someone a lot faster. So hopefully that we can make that work.
I was able to sit down with Ms. Taylor. We did, as we went over the information, everything. I feel very positive, and you've been able to bring the Burke Center here into Tyler County. That will be a help for us. And we were able to sit down with Ms. Sandra and be able to work some things and some agreements out on some different things. So we feel pretty positive for Tyler County with this. And I look forward to working even closer.
Well, I'm from Polk County, all my family lives here, so this is my second home in Tyler County, so we're gonna try to make it work.
We are well represented, having Sandra represent us as our nominee for the Burke Center on the board. Sandra, she shouts real loud, so I like that. Sandra, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I do. Basically, a building here is not gonna solve your
Yes,
problem.
no.
And I don't want that misconception.
Yes, sir.
It's not gonna solve law enforcement problems, it's not gonna solve. What it will do is have more opportunity for outpatients to be seen and be monitored and taken care of. So I don't want there to be a misconception that the building goes up and our problems go away, because they're not gonna go away.
What I was thinking,
Oh, okay.
a lot of the mental warrants we get, they don't meet those 4 criterias, but they need help, but they don't meet those 4 criterias. And it would be good, we could send them, at least
Well, that's still a crisis, and, we're still gonna have a crisis problem, but the more opportunity that we can have here in the 4 days that, Burke Center can offer facilities and offer staff and offer the counselors, that just improves our situation overall.
Yeah, and we have a crisis, like I said, the 24/7 crisis, and we do the quarterly meetings. I don't know if you've ever been with the East Texas Network, which I know they kind of get a little bit, where we just discuss all kinds of stuff, but in those meetings, the crisis person gives her phone number out, and if you guys need it, you can contact me. because we don't want to waste those meetings to do it this year. So if you've got someone that doesn't meet the qualifications for a higher level of care, we know she's still available. The crisis people are still available. We have what's called an emergency mental health team that we can actually send out to, if a person has to go back to home and they can't, they don't qualify, then we can go out and see them. We can see them fast, and then we can monitor them the next day and the next day. So we just have to know about them. If they don't make a higher level of care, don't assume that's all, that it's over.
And they've been really good with juveniles about contacting us and doing assessments either over the phone or, what lot size or whatever that's called now. So, we really appreciate that because kids don't drive and they can't get other places, but it's been.
And that's what hard our parents sometimes.
Now, the hospital beds are impossible to find when someone determines they need a hospital bed.
Yeah, we've all seen workforce shortages, and Sheriff's seen them, we have them. The state, the private hospital bed that they're referring to, which is where the crisis people need to be, they are having the same shortages, and they're just closing some of their wings because there's a staff patient ratio, and if they can't meet it, they're closing, and this is becoming a statewide issue that's huge. That there's a brand new facility in Conroe that can't even open because they can't find staff. So yeah, we're dealing with that, and it just seems, I keep thinking it's gonna be better, and it's not.
Judge, may I address that?
Yes,
On behalf of Senator Nichols' office, I'm Jennifer Harris, I represent Senator Nichols throughout the area, and they have put a lot of funding in this legislature for the mental health needs, and I know they are going to be building some new facilities that are going to include juveniles, so I think we'll see some help with that in the near future. It's gonna take time for it to get built, but they are addressing it on the state level.
Yeah, and Senator Nichols was
Thank
so
you,
big, and there's a new one in Houston that opened up some civil beds that we've been able to use, it's been great, because they've been able to staff it, and these, there's help coming, it's just gonna take a while.
And y'all are also trying to work out things too, to make it better.
Yes, yeah, we're trying to look at some of the local folks and, and see what we can do, some of the private hospitals, that we can come up with anything. But yeah, it's just tough.
It is very tough. All right, anyone else? All right, I need a motion.
I'm making a motion to approve.
That contract second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, fail. All right. Item number J, initiating positive pay through our current depository. Madam Treasurer, do you have anything on that?
We discussed this previously, and, this is just adding a little extra line of security for our accounts at the time. So, that's basically all it is.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion. Any second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. Item number K, incorporating court funds, a product of Tower Technologies, or current software company, allowing certain payroll categories, summer youth programs, poll workers, and new hires to be paid by debit card instead of a paper check.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion?
We again discussed this has something to do with the protection side of things.
Okay.
Well, may I ask a question?
Sure.
Will the kids have to pay, if they get paid with a debit card, do they have to pay a fee for that?
No.
So there's no, some of those cards, the money disappears every month. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's actually not just a few cents difference between that and a check, and it's a lot better security for the county with doing it with a debit card in that way. Right. All in favor? Say aye. Aye. Item number L, adopting the travel allowance payroll policy. Need a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second. All right.
And, can you explain to the
Yes.
court, please?
So there's been recently, several of our officials who get travel allowance decided to retire or go different places. And so in the process of doing that, it's become more difficult to figure out how to pay them their travel.
The way we do it currently is if you get a travel one time a month, you get it the second payroll of each month. And you're paying for the next month. And so in these particular situations, when they left, they'd already paid for the travel. And so some of them, we know that they're going to retire, so it's not a big issue. But there's others that have left in the middle of the payroll, we didn't know they were leaving. And so it's either I gotta go back and get their money because they didn't, half of it, they didn't work for that whole month. It's just, to me, simplifying the process. I did talk to Jackie, I know why she did what she did, years ago. I can't find anything in court, and she said that probably it was discussed in the workshop. In a couple of conversations, she's like, we just need to make sure everybody gets paid. I don't really, have a one or the other. So, it is just to, make it a little bit easier on my side.
So Lynn, real quick on the travel allowance. I mean, normally we get our travel allowance before we make the trip. Is that not going?
This is like JP's and
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with like a trip.
Yeah.
Or contract.
This is a regular payroll. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and she's just modifying the way that they would get paid, and they're getting paid for that month, not the month before. And that's the way we're gonna do it, we're gonna pay them for that month of travel allowance.
In 2 payments, so
Yeah.
it would not be all at one time.
Yeah. It'll be split up in 2 different payments. All right. We had a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say. All right. We've already did item number M, so we're moving to item number N, awarding bank depository contract to a winning bid.
Yes, sir, we've had 3 bids submitted, one from, I did this right, Sam. American State Bank in Chester, Citizen State Bank across the street, and First National Bank, which is our current depository. In looking at just the face value of each one of these proposals, I will say that I would want to recommend that we stay where we're at. I love the package that Sam sent to me. Citizens didn't meet our rates, and they also had service fees for everything, most everything. Neither one of the other 2 had service fees. The rates are very comparable. The only difference is I can't ask my tax assessor collector to drive her deposit to Chester. Sam did say that there are some ways to maybe offset that a little bit, but I'm worried about the cash side of it. And I just think that if I tell everybody they're going to drive to Chester, they're going to be like, we hate you, Lee. So, and it will also cost the county additional funds in mileage.
Mileage.
I don't need that. So, but it is the recommendation of the treasurer's office to maintain what we have.
I know it's not just, that one department, it would be several other departments that have stuff that would be, your office as well, that would be putting stuff in. So I kind of agree with that. Any discussion?
Yeah, it would be a significant increase in travel for sure.
Y'all have, of course, got any discussion there?
And we do have representatives from First National here, and for Savings here from Chester.
Okay.
I would like to ask any questions. I would like to point out that Jess is a hometown boy, and so is Sam. So
Yeah.
I think that's impressive. Speaks a lot to our county that people would come back after we got all educated and stuff, and come back and give back to our county. So I would like to applaud that.
Yes. Any other discussion with the court? We had a motion and a second. All in favor to stay?
I don't have a motion.
We didn't do a motion? Okay. Well, I need a motion
To award to First.
to award to First National
At the recommendation of
at the recommendation of our county treasurer.
Second.
There's a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, item number O, renewing our post office box for treasurer's office. Annual amount due is $354. There's a motion to approve.
Second.
Second. It's just her regular, annual amount that's due. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say. All right, item number P, selection of a committee to assist the planning of the use of the ARPA funds at the Tyler County Rodeo Arena and Fairgrounds. We have, and I don't know if y'all got the thing, our automatic committee member for that will be Miss Jackie as the auditor. And I think Doug will be on there and Joe as well. And I nominate Mandy Reisinger to be on there as my nominee. And Mr. Hudson, do you have any nominations? I know.
I mean,
Did you have one?
Yeah, I had one.
Okay, Lance Simmons, okay.
in other words, you're wanting us to nominate him?
That's what we're needing.
And I talked to Billy, Reed, so I'm gonna go ahead and nominate him.
This was asked, to be done by, Miss, Leslie Lackman, I'm sorry, my mind went blank there. Doug, did you have a nominee?
Yeah, Bronson Grimes.
Awesome. And if
Do Corey Maxwell.
Corey Maxwell.
Isn't that him? Corey? Yeah, he'll be good. Represents Burger.
Okay. We can do 9, that'll make it an even number, if y'all wanna do that.
She's involved a great deal with her.
Yes.
All right.
And I got another one on Matt Stanley. Fair.
Well, the only thing is, if we get too many of them,
Yeah, we don't want to, because you won't.
this will make it an odd number. And, Christie has worked, he nominated Christie Hughes.
Yeah.
And Christie has worked tremendously with the fair and around the fairgrounds, and she knows a lot.
Don't we need our county agent on there?
Well,
Do
huh?
we have one?
Yeah, we have one.
Yeah, we have a new one.
We have a new one, but
And most of the people that were nominated are on the fair side of it too.
fair boards and stuff. So that makes 9 there. They actually asked me, don't go over 10 for sure, because it's,
So we really need an odd number,
okay.
I think.
And they can meet and discuss where we can.
Yes, yeah, they can. All right.
Also, not everyone's gonna be able to attend, you know.
Yeah, so the names we have on here is Jackie Skinner, Mandy Reisinger, Doug Hughes, Joe Blacksher, and, Lance Simmons, Billy Reed, Bronson Grimes, Corey Maxwell, and Christie Hughes.
I have all those.
All right? Well, I need a motion to accept these names down for the committee.
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say. All right. Item number Q, to support and stand in agreement with the city of Woodville for the proposed projects through TxDOT transportation alternative efforts. And let me get to this here. I got a letter in there, if y'all can find that letter, and what we'll do is we're gonna put it where it's coming from, each and every one of us. The reason I asked y'all to join in on this, because I wanted it to be a commissioner's court effort, that we are all coming together, yes. That we are all coming together in agreement to help. And what they see is they have, several things that are coming through projects through the transportation. Is pedestrian, the building of a pedestrian, a bicycle, and a transit amenities through our community and through the city of Woodville. And they'll be building that, and they asked me if I would bring that, and I wanted to ask the commissioners court if y'all would join me in that on agreement. Okay. Well, I need a motion to stand in support.
So moved.
There's a motion.
Second.
second. All in favor, say aye.
Uh,
Any opposed, say. All right, item number R, bingo prize donations for Tyler County Hospital for the senior program at the Nutrition Center.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion to approve, a second.
And they're, the hospital is gonna come on Mondays, I think, and, donate prizes and host the bingo for the seniors. So appreciate y'all doing
It's
that.
just part of our community outreach. We thought that would be a good platform.
They're already excited. So,
All in favor, say aye.
uh,
Any opposed, same sign. All right, item number S, approve, security bond for justice of the peace, Tina Self, precinct 1.
motion to approve.
There's a motion, there's a second. This is just a formality of the security bond, is that correct, Madam
Yes,
Clerk?
sir, and her bond meets all the requirements.
Bond meets all the requirements. All right, and there's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. The opposed, say. All right, item number T, Tyler County Airport hangar lease agreements between, Kevin, I'm gonna mess your name up again.
Lost your place.
say.
I should say,
just say,
and James Broussard and Bertrand Jeton. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Has everybody got a chance to review them?
You know, it would pull up on my, I don't know what was going on, so.
Do you have a copy? Where you-
Kelly fixed it, I
Did
think,
she?
this morning and resent.
Yeah, I think,
But I
Tried pulling
have-
it up Friday.
Yeah, these guys have kind of thrown a curveball at me because the other day it was 3 spots and now we've turned it into 4, so
okay.
I'm, I don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and approve. We got 3 of them here that's turned in their paperwork to get approved.
Okay.
So I'd like to go ahead and approve the 3 that we have on Kevin, like you say, James Broussard and Reno Jacob. It's a lot easier to say than Bertrand. Bill, did you get your stuff?
Paperwork's on our desk.
Okay, well, we didn't get it in time to get it on the, we have to have it in last week to get it on the.
You to get it on the agenda, and we'll just have to put it on next month's agenda, if that's okay. All right, well, you put that in the form of a motion?
Yes, sir.
Second.
There's a second.
Yeah, just, I spoke with you, Mike, as a business over there, I would like, ask Mike or you to, suppress the sublet. Often I will have to lease some place to customer that I work on the airplane. So just let you know in advance, I would ask you that, Mike.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
All right.
Sublet is what he said,
Oh, okay.
subcontract.
Okay,
out
okay.
In case he has a customer that needs a space to keep on. We talked about Willow.
All right, well, we have a motion and a second to, go ahead and approve these lease agreements. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say. All right, item number U, presentation by Purple Wave representation, Brandon Rhodes. All right,
Make sure I'm kind of in the right place here, but
Okay.
good morning,
good morning.
Judge, Commissioners. I've met some of you at our county shows that we do for VG Young, and thank you on getting y'all's continuing education credit. But I'm Brandon Rhodes, I'm with Purple Wave Auction. We are an online equipment auction. We sell at no reserve to the highest bidder. We are a turnkey service, so we come out, we handle pictures, video, title transfers, if you wanted to handle that, we collect sales tax, do everything. We do your marketing for you, and we push it out to a worldwide audience. And when I say worldwide, I wouldn't mean that literally. Just last week, we sold an old motor grader that San Augustine County thought was parts only, and it actually was running, and it is going to Honduras. So, we really work hard there. I'd like to point out that, we do work with all levels of government. We're a preferred vendor for the state of Kansas. And then we come all the way down to Speed Pass ISD. We sold a pair of school buses for them earlier this year. So we're really familiar with all of that. We do keep an active and engaged bidding audience because we're doing auctions Tuesday through Thursday every week. So our people, our customers are constantly in there. They're not waiting for a once a quarter or, once every 6 months or, hey, whenever, just randomly shows up. And because we are online, your local community can bid, and again, worldwide can bid as well. Since 2002, we've served over 2,800, actually, at this point, it'll be over 2,900 government entities in 14 states, selling over 122,000 items for a total of over $270 million. In Texas, we've served over 50 entities, over 1,000 items for a total of $4.6 million. So we are growing and constantly innovating. I know that some people have objections to our no reserve policy, but I do point out that by guaranteeing it will sell to the highest bidder, we bring in more bidders. A lot of times you'll see people, they'll light up the reserves not met, and they're turned off by that. They don't want to get in there because the moment it says reserve met, they know what your top dollar is or what you want, and they're not going to go any higher. So by doing that, again, being no reserve, we do drive actually better returns for our sellers. We do seizure auctions for sheriff's offices, sheriff's departments. We sell airplanes. So I know we got some pilots in the audience here, and it is going to go. Again, I just got to keep saying high bidder, but doesn't always mean it's going to go cheap. So again, and I guess really the most important thing when it comes to doing that for our government entities, we don't charge anything. We waive all seller's fees, so you get the maximum return for the taxpayers for the entities that they have, equipment that they have funded over the years.
So y'all get y'all's money from the person buying?
Yes, sir. We have a 10% on the buyer side. As I said, we waive the seller's fees for government, but if y'all get in there, you're going to pay 10% as well. So can't get it all away.
Judge, ask me a question.
Yes, sir.
We see through through the sheriff's department is, on these vehicles, do y'all come down and do the initial, the photographs, that you get an overview of each vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Well, a lot of problems, we're running here too late, I think everybody, if they want, these companies that were used in the past, well, let's do all the legwork on all of this.
You've got more important things to do, we understand that. We have a dedicated department, we call them auction specialists. And they come out, they take the picture, they take the video. We don't, in truth be told, no offense, but we don't want you doing that. We have a product and we put it online. If you go to purplewave.com, and you will see all of our listings, everything is uniform. We train those guys in doing that. And by having a uniform product, our bidders, they're encouraged to contact you, give a call and ask questions, things like that. But ultimately, they can make a good faith bid and know that what we put online is a fair representation of that item. So yeah, you have more important things to do. I know the auditor's office in a lot of counties with the purchasing agents in other counties, historically, they've had to go out and take those pictures and get serial numbers, and sometimes they don't necessarily know what they're looking for. And so we handle that top to bottom. We try to make it as easy as possible. Our motto is straight, simple, sold, and we feel good about that.
So what about a situation, say I got $100,000 maintainer and it goes for $45,000, $50,000, we have the option to.
That's a risk of the no reserve.
Yeah.
I will say this, our customers know that it's a $100,000 maintainer and it's not gonna go for $45,000. And just as an example, we thought that was a parts machine. It was an old Cat 120G, had 2 flat tires, had some leaks on it and things. The day I showed up, it was sitting out in the parking lot of the sheriff's office up there. And I said, well, how'd y'all get it here? I said, well, we put a battery in it and we drove it on the truck. I said, well, you told me it was a parts machine. They said, well, it is a parts machine. I said, but it runs. And they said, well, yeah, we figure if we get $2,500, for it, it would be good. It's an old 17.5 was the hammer. On the other side of that, there was a refrigerator trailer that, was in good shape and everything, but the market kind of dictates things, and it ended up going for $5,800. We thought it might have gone for a little bit more, but at the end of the day, we do also look at the total package, and if we're beating our estimates on the total package, we feel we're doing that. So, yeah,
But there's no option to remove.
no, sir. No, sir. It is a risk, but as I said, by us being, doing auctions constantly, we do have an engaged community. We have over 500,000 unique visitors to our site every month. I want to say the last number I saw was, we were averaging 2 million hits a month. So you take that average, and that's not even counting, the people that are browsing our site that aren't registered. So sometimes we float that nice maintainer out there, $100,000 grader, which we do have a couple of those online right now. And I can shoot you the item number, and you can just kind of watch it and see how they perform. And that sometimes entices people to go ahead and register and sign up with us. St. Augustine, for instance, we had just a huge surge in registers because there was a brush hog, the reefer trailer, and the grader. When people see no reserve, they think they're going to get it for $10, but that's never what happens. So yeah.
And I do like the pictures, Sheriff.
And did
I'm
you
taking
say
many of them.
that you can sell something anytime? You don't have to do it like, wait for a sale like we always do?
Right, so what we do is we have set auctions. We do every second and fourth Tuesday is a government auction. First and third Tuesdays or Thursdays are construction equipment. So we do have segments, but our standard kind of how we work is we come out, we'll get the picture, say I did it online tomorrow. I'm looking at the sale 4 weeks from today that it lines up. It might be 5 weeks, but typically we like to see 4 weeks online. That gives us time to build that audience, to start generating bids. If it's, a unique asset, like we have sold some aircraft, we'll keep them online a little bit longer. But even now that we have people coming to us for aircraft, classic cars, we don't have to keep them online quite as long because that audience is there already.
Pretty good.
If any questions, I can leave my contact information with y'all. I'll hang out after the meeting and answer questions. I don't want to get y'all in a quorum. I'm on Jefferson County ESD 3 as well, so I know how the meetings work.
Yeah.
And I have hours this afternoon, so don't want to create a quorum and cause issues. But I do appreciate y'all's time and consideration on any future needs.
Sir, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sir.
We don't need to make it.
We'll be added to the.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Rose. All right, any comments on item number 6 by court members pertaining to matters of county government?
We did get our appraisal back finally, and we'll have to have Jim was not available today for executive session. I just want to let y'all know. I'd initially told Kelly that, I don't know if she told everyone that we're gonna have one, but we're not, so.
Any other court members? I'd like to say we are having a forum, an economic forum tomorrow. We'd like to invite everyone over to the elementary school in Woodville. We are taking part in this economic forum. I'm so positive that some of the things that we're doing through the Texas Forestry Commission and through SFA and working with Miss Nancy Wyndham, we're getting a lot of things done. And we're so blessed to be able to host that. We get to host the very first one of the summer. So I'm truly excited. So everyone is invited to come over at 10:30 in the morning at the elementary school cafeteria there in Woodville. So if you would like to come over and take part of that, we invite you to come over, and lunch is free. We're supplying lunch over there. So come and take a part of that economic development and to boost Tyler County and to just show the things that we have to offer here in Tyler County. So, anyone else got anything? All right. Nothing else? Any motion to adjourn? Motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Have a lot of things for y'all to sign.
All right.